So the silver spot price and silver premiums are easily the most talked about topics on my channel. Hands down, it doesn't even come close. And the reason for that is I like to show you what you should be looking for when you're out shopping for your silver. So if you go to a coin shop, if you go to an online dealer, whatever it may be, you want to know what the average numbers are, what you should be looking for so that you know you're getting a good price for your silver. And for that reason, I like to cover that topic often. Now, I want to specifically in today's video talk about silver premiums and silver price because I've gotten a lot of comments on the channel in the past from people saying that whenever the spot price goes down, the premiums go up to match it. And at the end of the day, you're still paying the same amount for silver. That may have been the case in very small instances of time, let's say March and April of this year, when the premiums were skyrocketing, but that is not the case today, nor is it the norm. And I want to show you that because what we're going to do today is we're going to look at 6 different online retailers as well as 8 local coin shops, and we are going to see what they are selling 1 ounce silver rounds for right now. We'll take a look at those premiums, we'll take a look at the spot price, and then compare that to what it looked like a few months back when those premiums and the spot price were both higher. So let's get into it. But before we do, if you like videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and help us continue to grow. SD Bullion is at it again. Last year, they gave away a full monster box of 2022 Silver Eagles. Now this year, they're doing it with a full monster box of 2023s. If you want your chance to win a full sealed monster box of 2023 Silver Eagles, make sure you head over to sdbullion.com/silverseeker or click the link in the description below. Thank you to SD Bullion for sponsoring today's video. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started by looking at online retailers, and we're going to do these from most expensive to least expensive. Now, one caveat for today's video is that we are not going to be looking at sale prices. Now, the reason for that is because we are also calling local coin shops in this video, and I don't think it's fair to compare the sale prices to their everyday prices of the local coin shop when looking at premiums. That being said, there are some really good sales out there. In fact, I saw premiums as low as around $2.10 over spot for some sale 1 ounce silver rounds. So make sure you look for those sale prices if you are looking to buy silver today. But taking a look at the most expensive on our list, we of course have APMEX. They come in for their 1 ounce secondary market silver rounds at $5.39 an ounce over spot. This video is being recorded on August 15th, by the way, so it is accurate as of today. That being said, keep in mind that we always look at the 1 to 19 price. So if you buy more, you do get a bigger discount. If you go up to 500, for example, or so, it drops to $4.39 over spot. And we always look at the check and wire price. You will pay more if you use a credit card, PayPal, or crypto. So taking a look at our second most expensive, we have Money Metals. Money Metals for their 1 ounce random rounds is $4.22 an ounce over spot. And if you notice, these premiums are still pretty high, but we're going to keep going down because our next retailer gets us under $4 at $3.88 an ounce over spot. That is JM Bullion for their varied condition any mint 1 ounce silver round. So these might come scuffed up or scratched, but you're still getting an ounce of silver. That's still pretty high though. Now we get down a little bit lower at Monument Metals at $3.19 an ounce over spot for their 1 ounce silver round secondary market varied condition. So the same as Money Metals, any mint. And we will keep going. Next up, we're down under $3 an ounce over spot. Hero Bullion brings us in at $2.98 an ounce over spot for their 1 ounce silver Buffalo rounds. And finally, we have SD Bullion coming in at $2.79 an ounce over spot for 1 ounce silver rounds designed their choice new. So in other words, in new condition. So where does that correlate with the spot price and the premiums? In other words, are premiums coming down along with spot price, like I said? And I'm going to show you using this chart that yes, they are. So if you guys have watched my channel for a while, and if you haven't, I hope you subscribe. We do this sheet every time that we do one of the videos where we track the online retailers. Now, I used to do it every month, but some months there's just not a big enough change to make it worth doing a video on. But there certainly was, going back, let's say May to today. And so I want to kind of show you what we're talking about. So let's go ahead and look at August to June. We actually only had a spot price drop of, 20 cents, $22.99 to $22.79, not a big deal. However, the premium went down along with that, not up. So if the people that were saying that the premiums were going to come up to match the spot price going down, so you paid the same for silver, clearly that's not the case because our average premium went down as well from $4.18 to $3.74. And then if we look at our lowest retailer, we had Monument at $3.65 in June, and now today our lowest retailer is $2.79 an ounce over spot with SD Bullion. So it's actually moved around 80 cents or so. The premiums have moved down 80 cents or so from the lowest in June to the lowest today. Now, where we really get crazy is take a look at the percentage. 16.42, 18.2, 19.02, 22.18. So you can see going from March down to today, it has dropped every time I've updated this video on a percentage of spot basis. And if we look at May 8th, we had spot price at $25.80 with premiums at $4.91. Now we have silver today at $22.80. We'll just say $22.80 because it's close enough. That's $3 that it has dropped. So you would think if, they were right, that the premiums would have averaged up around $3 an ounce. We'd be paying almost $8 an ounce over spot for rounds. But clearly, an average of $4.91 has turned into an average of $3.74, so that number has dropped quite a bit. And we can see that with the line charts that go along with my spreadsheet. So you can see we are definitely lowering down the curve right here, and then right here you can see the percentage of spot is going down quite a bit. And that is just the online retailers. What about local coin shops? So I actually called today 8 different coin shops around the US, and I found out what they were selling 1 ounce silver rounds for. And we actually had some local retailers selling lower than our lowest price online retailer. So let's take a look at those numbers. Let's go ahead and look at the premiums from the 8 coin shops I called, and then we'll take that average and compare it to the average of our online retailers as well, and just kind of see where we are local versus online. So taking a look at our first shop, this was Illinois coming in at number 1, and we went from most expensive to least expensive, just so you know. So this would be the most expensive of the 8 that I called, and the shop I called in Illinois came in at $4.80 an ounce over spot. Now keep in mind, I rounded this number up on all of these. So, to the nearest 5 or the nearest 10, depending on where it was. So for example, this may have been $4.79, may have been $4.81, but I just rounded it to $4.80. You get what I'm saying? Because generally when you call a shop, they just give you the raw number. And I just looked at the spot price when I called them, saw what they said, subtracted it. You get the idea. All right. So anyway, $4.80 an ounce over spot in Illinois. Coin shop number 2, we called Florida. They had a significantly cheaper, about 55 cents cheaper than Illinois, with $4.25 an ounce over spot. Going on to the next one, we had Ohio, which actually tied for $4.25 an ounce over spot with Florida. Going into number 4, Texas, we now get, it dropped a lot. Look at this, $4.25 to $3.25, and we still have 4 shops to go. But Texas, we have $3.25 an ounce over spot for 1 ounce silver rounds, which also comes in with Oklahoma at $3.25 an ounce over spot. So both Texas and Oklahoma had $3.25 over. And then moving in, we drop even lower. Washington comes in at 6 at $3 an ounce over spot. Now, in past videos, Washington has always been one of the better or the best states to call. This is no different. Of course, they did not come in at the cheapest. Next up, we have 7. Nevada comes in at $2.75 an ounce over spot. And finally, Utah, we actually had $2.50 an ounce over spot, which was awesome. That is actually cheaper than our lowest online retailer. Really exciting to see the premiums getting down to where we might even see under $2 an ounce over spot before you know it. In fact, I'll make sure I do a video when that happens. But taking a look, the average premium for the 8 local coin shops we called came out to $3.48 an ounce over spot for 1 ounce silver rounds. And if we compare that to our online retailers at an average of $3.74, you see that while online on average is a little bit more expensive, there are shops online that are certainly better than some of the others, which brings that premium up. And obviously the same can be said for local premium. So it's always best to call around and get your best price. So there you go. You can see that even though the spot price is coming down, the premiums are coming down as well. The premiums are not going up to make silver the same price. They are both getting cheaper, and that's really good for me and you. Now, do I think $3.48 and $3.74 over spot on average between online and retail is a good deal? No, and the reason is if you look around, you can get deals much better than that today. If you look for sale prices like I alluded to earlier, or even our lowest retailer is definitely much, much lower than the average price right now. So it is really, really good for you and me. It's a great time to be a silver buyer or a silver stacker because there are a ton of businesses that are fighting for business right now as the demand for silver continues to go down. Will that demand go up in the next few months once we hit winter months? Possibly. I don't really know. But right now it's low, and those dealers are creating those sales and creating these lower premiums so that we can buy it and shop with them instead of elsewhere. And it's a great time to take advantage of that. So that's my thoughts. I would love to know yours. Do me a favor. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Help us continue to grow the channel by hitting that subscribe button. And additionally, check out this video above me. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure it's a great one. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.